Welcome back to my platform, Charity Heaven Digital. And guys, we completed season 3 last Saturday, and I'm so excited. So this semi-recording, semi-video, I was supposed to do a live, guys, but as you can see, I'm barely holding on to dear life, so I just decided to record this short, almost live session to just recap season 3, which was the strategy behind the content. I hope this season helped you one way or another, because to me it really did help as I was coming up with those 12 episode. I feel like I just did not talk about content. We talked about mindset, we talked about systems, we talked about clarity, we talked about visibility, we talked about engagement, sustainability, long-term thinking. That is what I want you guys to take away from this season. um Today is just a summary, and what Brody Season 3 has taught me and you, because as the creator, I was also going through it as I was recording and giving you guys information. So, and I'm going to answer 6 frequently asked questions. I know it will be sort of like a repetition of what I did in each and every episode if you watched. So please stay tuned, and I'm going to link every episode on my YouTube channel, Charity Safe Haven. I will share the link when I've created the playlist if you want to go back and watch back to back, so that you can be able to understand. So, what season 3 has taught us, and I'm going to summarize episode by episode. I started with strategy over noise. And season 3, I wanted it to define what strategic content is actually about. And I told you guys, strategic content is not about posting more, it's about posting with a purpose. And I want you guys to understand that. So we explored the 5 pillars of digital content strategy. I told you guys how to understand your audience deeply, aligning your brand voice and visual, and then visibility systems, what I use, and also what you can use to help you, and also planning and repurposing, which I'm going to do with this recording. Yes. So the core lesson and the key takeaway: creation without strategy leads to exhaustion, and that is what I used to experience back then. This I have a purpose of why I'm creating my content. So even if I experience a burnout, I've still scheduled, because I have systems in place. I can still relax and not think about posting every day. So I feel like also creation without strategy is sometimes lead to stagnation. I feel like when you stagnate, you start to give up on what you want to do. So I feel like you now get the basics of why strategy is very, very important. So we also looked at community over vanity metrics. We also talked about engagement. Please go watch that episode if you want to build your engagement, building community, and not just chasing likes. Most of us we post to see the likes. Visibility gets people to see you, but engagement gets them to trust you and interact with your content. That's why when some people post, you see they have almost 100 comments and replies and likes. People are engaging with their content. You can be visible, you can get over 10,000 impressions, but people are not engaging with your content. So digital growth is rational and not mechanical. So you have to understand your audience so that you know what to do. So we also looked at sustainability over burnout, and that is what I was talking about. And I feel like one of the most important lessons to take away from season 3 um, is about consistency without burning out. And we learned in that particular episode that burnout is a strategy problem, because you don't know what you're doing and you're posting to just post, so you end up experiencing a burnout. And rest is part of the design, guys. If you've been posting and you feel tired and you want to rest, please rest. It's part of the strategy. You're resting so that you can come back more creative, more energized, more rejuvenated. And for me, the systems I have in place and I shared with you guys is to protect my energy and your energy. Because if you keep on posting and posting and posting, you'll have a crash. So sustainable visibility beats aggressive posting. That's when I see someone aggressively posting, it stresses me out because I'm like, I'm going to burn out and I'm going to get tired so fast. So we also talked about long-term thinking. So as I if you notice, I was taking you guys through a journey and I winded the episode up with just protecting your mental and emotional health and just how to now be a content strategist. Yes. So I feel like we also talked about, especially the last episode that I posted last Saturday, from creator to a strategy. And I know most of you will ask what's the difference. I'm still a content creator. Creators focus on output, but strategy focus on the outcome of what they are putting out. Of course, you want engagement, you want clients, you want paying clients, you want to collaborate, you want to be called for paying gigs. That's what strategically you're thinking when you're posting your content. So short-term posting, I feel like it builds noise. That's why some people go viral and they disappear. Like you wonder where they are. Some people always see that this girl went viral in 2020. Where are they? Went viral 2021. Where are they? Where are they? And if you've noticed, I like using Aziad. I know she has okay, I will not talk more about. If you're in Kenya, you know who she is. If you've noticed, she's very strategic. Even if she goes through ups and downs, she's still relevant. People are still engaging with her content, and she's thinking strategically. That's what I wanted to give as an example, please. She trended in 2020 and it's 2026, and she's still getting a lot of engagement. So pause. And I feel like that was the real heart of why I created this particular season. So I can't wait to see what season 4 has in store for me and you, because I've not even started planning. So I hope that season blessed you and you're going to apply what you've learned. So I'm going to answer 6 questions just very quickly. I do want this episode or recording or semi-live to be long. So the first question is, do I need to post every day to grow? And this is the most commonly asked question I get on my DMs and also on my WhatsApp. For me, I always tell you guys, no, you need consistency, not posting every day. Anyways, posting every day without a structure usually leads to a burnout, like I've said. So for me, I usually ask you, what is the purpose of why you're posting? So if your purpose is to create awareness and you're able and have system to be posting every day, then well and good. If you do not see yourself, you have a 9 to 5 and you're really busy, you find that you struggle when you start, post once or twice a week. Yeah. Because I feel like there are people here on LinkedIn who post like that and they still come back and we still engage with their content when they post. So make sure you have clarity and pick it over performance for better long-term goal. Like, this is what I want to do, not just posting every day because of posting. So question number 2 is, what if I don't feel confident on camera? Go watch season 1 and season 2. I gave you tips on how to be comfortable in front of a camera. But if you watched it and you're really not comfortable, you don't need to start with videos. Just start with writing an article, start with carousel, start with infographics, um, create a blog, and then be posting. Or you can do voiceovers. AI these days is making life easy. You can just have your script, input it on an AI platform, and then it can translate voice to speech, and then you can use it on your videos. So I feel like confidence comes with the repetition, and then when you do that and you feel like you're starting to be comfortable, you don't have to be talented. People practice. Even the news anchors always tell you they practice. So strategy first, format second. I used to be a perfectionist. I used to like my videos being a certain way. When I mess up, I start over again. But these days, I've learned to just go with the flow. People love the authenticity. Yes. So question 3: how do I stand out when everyone is posting? I feel like this is what most beginner ask themselves. I'm in this pool on LinkedIn, and there are people who are getting over 500 comments. So I'm sure the impression is over 500,000 impression. So for me, what advice I'll give you is, you don't stand out by being louder. You stand out by being clearer. So be clear with your message, be clear with your niche, be clear with everything you do, because for me, clarity beats volume. So question 4: what platform should I focus on? This is also one of the most frequently asked questions. For me, what I tell you is pick a platform you're comfortable with and what you want. If you're on LinkedIn, because I'm there most of the time, my appeal is to appeal to young professionals, mentorship, and all that. When I go to my other Instagram, TikTok, I'm reaching out to educate, being an educator. So I have picked two, added with YouTube, three platforms that I feel like I'm comfortable with, and my audience already exists, and that is where I focus on. So you can pick one, let's say LinkedIn, focus on it, or pick to LinkedIn and Instagram, focus on them, learn the audience, the analytics, how it is, the demography, and now expand. Because for me, focus really beats fragmentation. You want to be everywhere at the same time. And if you've noticed, the most common creators have picked one platform and they're very comfortable in that platform. So question 5, how do I know if my content strategy is working? For me, what I'll tell you guys is to look beyond the likes. I know it's so hard. We are human. We are wired to feed off that dopamine we get when people like our content. I want you guys to ask yourself, are you building conversation? Are people engaging with your content? Are you getting DMs? It's not a must to get, but as a startup, DMs that are quite chatty. As you continue now being consistent, you'll just notice there are DMs from people asking you questions or telling you they like your content and all that. Are opportunities aligning? Like, what are you doing? Are you getting clients of it? I think season 4 I'll focus on, I don't know, I'm not sure yet. Am I getting speaking opportunities if that's what I'm looking for? Am I getting training? Am I educating? Am I getting job if that's what you want to do? And then know that growth is qualitative before it's quantitative. Ask those people who have been here. They started from way. Go ask them. Walianzia mbali and they struggle until where they are through commitment and strategy. Yeah. So the last question is, when should I move from creator to strategy? And for me, I would want you to start early and start asking yourself stop asking yourself, I mean, what should I post, and start asking yourself, what am I building? If you can notice, those two are very different. If you know what you're building, then there's where the strategy, because everything you'll do, the goals will align with what you are doing. And that is where the shift from creator to strategist comes in. So as we close season 3, remember, you're not just creating content, you're building and positioning yourself as a thought leader. You're building your identity, you're building your digital equity, because these days people are looking at what you're doing online. And I feel like this platform exists, Charity Heaven Digital, to help professionals who are thinking about getting into this space. It can be nutritionist, healthcare professional, someone who's just here because you want to do that. I want you guys to think strategically and not accidental. Like I went viral and then I now roll with that type of content. People get tired so fast. So season 3 may be complete, like I told you, but I feel like our strategy will still continue. Yeah, so pause and think. I feel like that is the key takeaway from all this episode. And if you'd like support building a digital content strategy, calendars, posters, how to do that, I'm going to get deep into this. You can reach me. My number, I'll leave it in the post for this video, and my email address. Reach me out and let's talk. If you want training, if you want to do what, please, let's talk. So I've been yours, Charity, and see you in season 4 as we talk about something else. Bye.